Now, a very interesting thing has kind of came out recently that I've been basically thinking about. So all of us pretty much know that iOS 16 is currently the last generation of software. As of right now, it's still actually kind of the current one. But once iOS 17 comes around, Apple's pretty much going to be going through and, kind of sunsetting iOS 16. But there's also a massive chance that much like iOS 17, Apple is going to go ahead and go through and continue pushing updates out for iOS 16, update after update after update. Now, this is something that we've seen time and time again when we look at iOS 12, when we take a look at iOS 15. Apple has continued pushing out updates for those versions of devices for a long period of time. And that's something that's really cool. That's something that I look at and I'm a massive fan of. And personally for me, when I do look at a phone, like an iPhone 10, I would love for this iPhone to continue just to get software updates for as long as possible. But this brings us directly into today. iOS 16.6 is currently the current generation of software that is currently supported on these iPhones. But when we take a look at iOS 16.7, is there even room for Apple to go and make a device software like that for these iPhones? Now, when I look at it, I 100% say yes. I do think iOS 16.7 is probably going to end up coming around. We did get iOS 15.7, and that's basically when Apple ended off our software updates. Now, we have about a month until basically the next iPhones come around. And maybe we have like a month and a week until the next iPhones are actually we get iOS 17, we get the iPhones after. So I think we still have about a little bit of time for Apple to push out iOS 16.1 or 16.0.1, something along those lines. 16.6.1, something along those lines. And then right after that, I think that's when Apple's going to go through and pretty much give us, probably iOS 16.7. We can also see Apple pushing out iOS 17, iOS 17.0.1, and 17.1. And in the midst of those updates, I could also see Apple pushing out iOS 16.7 even when iOS 17 is out too. They've done this with iOS 15, I think. They've definitely done this with iOS 12, giving us another X.X update right after. So it's not a guarantee, but it's one of those things that I've noticed from Apple before. And if history is anything, kind of repeats itself. So sooner than later, we could be seeing iOS 16.7. What it's going to bring, we have no idea. They could be bringing out probably not many big features. If there's a big security vulnerability at that moment, then they may end up, pushing out an update for it or something. But for the vast majority of people out there, it's going to be a pretty basic update. Nothing insane, nothing too crazy, but it's going to be a very good update. And I'm very happy. Anytime an iPhone 10 gets an update, I'm very, very happy about it. So in terms of that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.